If you don't have a backlit keyboard and you love astronauts, then you might need this. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here, and I bought this. It's an astronaut light. You don't have to be an astronaut to use it. You just have to love astronauts. I picked this up because I actually find lights like this kind of helpful, and I love space. NASA, when it was around doing its thing, now it's all private space travel, but I just thought this was adorable. Look at this. It looks like a little spaceman hovering over your keyboard there. Now, I have in my hands here a Chromebook, and this is a typical low-end, cheap laptop that usually don't have backlit keyboards, and so what you might find yourself doing is sitting in the dark, trying to type, low light, and you can't really see. So something like this guy could be really helpful, because what you get here is this little bendable arm. It's kind of like those old metal spouts on gas cans, and it's not that long. I'd call that about 9 inches long. So, I mean, that's pretty long. But here we have the little space dude hanging out right up here. Look at that. He's a pretty good looking guy with a giant head. Who does that remind you of? So, it's all white here. Kind of looks like a giant Lego guy. And got a little panel on front here. And he also looks like he's about to hug you. So, it's kind of interesting. You can see the little moon boots with big tread. Then we have this frosted lens over the face here. What's interesting is we can, I think, control the amount of light that's produced with this little rotating face shield there. So that's pretty cool. And you can see the back. And then we have a regular USB port right there. So what I want to do is plug this in, see if it works. All right, so I went ahead and plugged him in. You can plug him into any USB port on your computer. The standard A-type or 3.0, but not the new Thunderbolt USB-C. You'll need an adapter for that. But what I want to show you here is that the face absolutely lights up. Now, I thought this little helmet would allow me to kind of dial in the amount of light that I need, but that is not true. It's actually an on-off switch. So if I rotate it up like that, I can actually close that all the way up, but you can see the light is off. And if I move it all the way back, light goes on. So what we can do is have this guy floating over my keyboard, illuminating with the soft. Really, it's almost like an orange light, the keyboard. So I think that's going to be pretty easy in the eyes when it's night, but we won't know unless we try it out in the dark, which is what we're going to do right now. So how well does he work? We're kind of in a darkened environment here. This is probably pretty typical. It's not pitch black or anything, but you might be working in low light conditions on an airplane, something like that. So I've got my little astronaut plugged in here. It's a little hard to see what the keys are, and I am just gonna go ahead and flip his hood open here, lock it back, and boom, look at this. Now we get this warm white light. You can see each of these letters very clearly, and we've got a little astronaut floating above the keyboard. It looks so cool. I am digging this. So if you want to be able to see what you're doing and add a little bit of style, a little bit of whimsy, you could call me and we could just hang out. Or you could buy this little astronaut keyboard light for your laptop. If you want to pick him up, I'll put a link to this guy in the description below. He is illuminating. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper. We can live better than